Welcome to part 7, Custom JavaScript Events. Here we want to talk about an e-commerce site. Let's say we have an e-commerce site like so. We have a shopping cart which is currently empty, a catalog of elements, a catalog of items where you can add or remove the items into the shopping cart. So the first question would be, how would you get the shopping cart to update each time you click on the catalog links? Okay, so we have this time we have a separate main.js file. It's neater. We have within the body section, we have a section for the cart, a section for the catalog, each identified by cart and catalog respectively. And we do this as I mentioned before, we cannot serve this file directly. We need a web server to serve the file. It's getting a bit slow. Let me just reload this. Speed it up. PC is getting bogged down. Alright, so how do we populate the catalog? We have an async function. Yeah, because we use the fetch web API. When you await something, the function needs to be asynchronous. So you fetch the catalog JSON into this constant known as dat, and then for that we pass it into JSON and feed it into the constant known as named items, and we build the catalog with these items. And we have to await build catalog because build catalog is an asynchronous function. So catalog JSON, this thing here, that's a fragment of it. You can look at it in detail here. It's basically just an array comprising of a bunch of, well, three, not a bunch, of JSON objects. The first element is ID and the second one is name. So ID is A for Apple. It's just a slow. We'll wait for it to come, an update. Alright, so build catalog with items. What does it do? It first gets the catalog section, and then for each item, which is parameter item here, right, you create a paragraph element. You have this thing called add item link. It's actually a link. We will add that link to this paragraph. We have a remove item link, and we also add the remove item link to this paragraph. And in that paragraph, you have the item name followed by the add item link and the remove item link together with these separator strings. And we append the whole lot to CT, which is the section catalog. Catalog CT is short for catalog. So add items is this. So we have a global object, cart, with n and items. N is a number, items is an array. So what add item does is it creates a link with text add. We'll show you create link in a while, right? But essentially prevent default again, increment the cart, push the item onto the items in the cart. Here is the meat of our exercise. We create a new event. It's called cart updated event, and we dispatch that event through the window element. Then we return the link we just created. In this case, it's add. Shopping cart handler. We get the paragraph under shopping cart. That's the SC stands for shopping cart. And we add a event listener, cart updated, if the number of items in cart, the global object cart is 0, we say shopping cart empty. If not, we push the items and display the shopping cart number and the items themselves. And initially, we generate this custom event, cart updated. And this is where the handler is defined, and this is where it's called. Next, we'll look at the remove item link. The remove item link is similar to the add item link, except that you don't want to remove items that are not removable. So what it does is prevent default again. It looks at the cart items to see what item we are trying to remove, right? So it finds the first index in the cart item, which matches the item ID. Let's say we want to remove apples, the item ID is A. If it is -1, which means it cannot find the index, short circuit the whole function and say do nothing. But if we can find it, we decrement the cart item and we update the cart items in place using the splice function. All right. So splice at this point remove one item. So that's removing this particular item. That's why it's called remove item link. Then we tell the windowing system, update the cart, and the cart will update itself automatically. So let's look at it in action. That's really slow. All right. So right now the shopping cart's empty. We click add. I click add. Yeah, apple. Let's add a banana. Why is it so slow? Anyway, and let's add a cranberry, a packet of cranberries. And let's remove banana. So banana is removed. Let's add apple. That's really, really slow. It's my PC. Let's remove the apple. Now it removes the first thing that matches. So it's removing this apple. Watch. Cranberries and apple. Whatever, remove. There it is. And if I try to remove apple again, it will remove this apple. It's gone. If I try to remove a banana, there's no banana, nothing happens. But if I try to remove the cranberry gets removed. Cranberry gets removed, the shopping cart's empty. Right. Thank you for listening.